Michael Che stepped in it a little bit. He has made jokes, or at least reposted jokes, about Simone Biles. And by the way, this is really interesting because people are all over the place on this. But he leaned in with some jokes, and some of them are eyebrow-raising.
Here's the thing. Michael said that he had 3 minutes of material, and it's sort of like, I guess he was announcing that he was going to be performing. He was going to the Comedy Cellar in New York, and he said, I'm going to try these jokes. As he said, I'm choosing violence. So that clearly inspired, or I don't know, maybe inspiration isn't the right word, but
no, it inspired people. It did.
Well, his followers decided that they had a bunch of Simone Biles jokes they wanted to send him, hoping maybe he would use them on stage. I don't know if he used them on stage, but he posted them online, and some of them just look.
Yeah, I mean, this one is so offensive.
Reference Larry Nassar. It says Larry Nassar understands Simone Biles better than anyone. He also had to quit doing what he loved at the pinnacle of his career because of mounting pressure.
Yeah, that's just
now,
that crosses the line.
To be fair to Michael, that's not his joke, but he did post it. Somebody sent it to him. He posted it. He even critiqued it. I think with his tongue in cheek said that's tasteless, but he also gave it a 9 out of 10. So,
and I think that one struck a really, really bad chord. There were other jokes though that he said that people reacted differently to.
Yeah, the joke is, who said black don't crack? His review. Now that's a good joke, economical, referential, balanced. Good job. That one he only gave an 8 out of 10, which is interesting that got an 8 out of 10, but the Larry Nassar one, which
got a 9 out of 10. Yeah,
it's distasteful. Larry Nassar is like the devil.
It's terrible.
He is the human version of the devil. But this PC crap is ruining comedy. It really is. Some jokes are offensive, and sometimes people are going to be offended by a joke. Joe Rogan, I'm looking at Instagram yesterday, he put up a joke that had to do with 9/11. I didn't find that to be funny, but a lot of people in the comments thought it was hysterical, and I can accept that. The comedy pushes the boundaries.
Know what? I think the issue here goes beyond comedy. And I'm kind of working this out in my head as I say it, so this may come out wrong. But Simone, there is one thing when somebody says, look, I have I'm struggling with a mental illness, I'm struggling with... what she said is, my mental isn't there. That's
not mental illness.
That's not saying she has mental. And I think that...
Well, it would be worse to make fun of her heart.
Babcock, let me just make my point, because I'm kind of struggling with this. So... when she said that, to me at least, there's a physical part of this that, you do not want to land on your head if your mental isn't there. And I get it because she's such a powerful athlete. And on that level, I totally get it. But it's different from somebody struggling with a mental mental issue.
I think it would be worse if you're dealing with a mental issue. I think you could make the argument then that, hey, maybe we shouldn't joke with somebody who's really struggling mentally with something right now. It could affect or could make things worse. If it's more of a physical issue, I don't want to get hurt because I'm confused in the air. I think then she's above reproach for that. You can't make a joke about that. I think that's fair game.
No, and that I think you probably can't. I mean, look, everyone is going to have different reaction, have different taste. The black don't crack thing, I actually thought was funny. But the problem when you bring in Larry Nassar, you're talking about...
Yeah, we all agree on that. Yeah, no, we all agree on that. That's terrible. That's terrible. Well, but Charles, I will say this, that comedy is so uneven anyway. Dave Chappelle can say absolutely anything, and he is a master at comedy, and I think he gets much more of a pass than certain other comedians.
Now,
I don't know where Michael Che falls in that.
I mean, do we want comedy? Do we just want Jay Leno? It's like, shout out to Jay Leno, but...
you can't say shout out to Jay Leno after you just said that.
But you get my point, Charles. Do we want people to push the boundary? That's what's great about comedy.
What we're missing here, I would love to see, and we're not going to see it because they don't allow, nobody has video inside the Comedy Cellar. I would love to hear what Michael himself actually did at the Comedy Cellar last night.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Hey guys, it's Jessica from Houston. And look, I know that we are all bummed to not see Simone Biles compete this year, but her prioritizing her mental health, whether it's a mental illness or just a mental issue, should never be ridiculed. And as far as the jokes by Michael Che, They just weren't funny to me. And also, isn't he the comedian? Why is he asking his fans to write his material for him? I just don't get it.
Well, he didn't ask
He
them
didn't
to.
ask
He
them
didn't
to
ask
write the
them to.
material. They just offered it.